Hello there, everybody. So, I am packed and ready for Osoyoos. Got my bike, got my EV, and we are going. It has been quite some time since I have posted a video, but there's a good reason for that. I locked the door, it was already open. Kia has had my vehicle for, I think it was 67 days. It kept having an issue where the 12-volt battery would go dead suddenly, and well, somewhat suddenly. It was taking a big draw, and it died a couple of times, so I wasn't really posting. And interesting fact about my video about testing out different charge port covers. My car had died. It was plugged in, but the battery was completely dead and it wasn't actually charging. It was just for the video. I thought it was kind of humorous, so basically right after the video it was towed to the dealer, and that was the second time it was towed. Yeah, I think it was the second time it was towed, and yeah, it took 67 days to figure out that infotainment unit there was the culprit. But here is where I'm at. So 479 kilometers on 100% charge, which I've had it turned on for about 5 minutes, maybe 4 minutes, and it's already at 99%. Really doesn't last at 100% very long. And I've been lent this OBD2 reader, which there starts to show. Let's see. Oh, come on.
Alright, this is obviously going to be something that takes some effort, because I have to turn down the brightness to be able to see.
So 99% battery. The battery temperature is 23 degrees Celsius. I'm using between 0.3 and 0.4 kilowatts sitting here with the headlights on, the infotainment, the all that kind of stuff, and the indoor temperature of the car, 24 degrees. My underground parking is always kind of warm. It stays pretty temperate. It's P2, so it's kind of down there at the bottom of 2 levels. And yeah, we are off. So one of the main things I'm going to be looking at is this reader here, and how warm the battery gets when I'm charging at 50 kilowatt chargers. I might stop off and hope at the Petro-Canada that's it's going to bring me up to 100 kilowatt max, which would only be hopefully 77 kilowatts, but I'd be curious to see what the temperature turns out like, since we're starting kind of warm at 23 degrees. I will be honest, I don't know that much about what the temperature should be at normally, but I've been lent this wonderful device by a buddy of mine, Dave, and yeah, he lent me this thing. It's been great. I have been in between 20 and 22 degrees Celsius with the battery temperature usually, so I am starting a little bit high. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, I was wondering what was here.
And here we are at our first stop, Hope Slide. Really cool lookout point. Seeing something that was really tragic, but through the tragedy, it makes a good video though. So we're fast charging from 44% on a 50 kilowatt charger. Getting 45 kilowatts, it went right up to 45 because we're at 27, just changed, between 27 and 28 degrees Celsius on the battery. So it's warmed up a significant amount since we've been driving. And it shows 44 kilowatts is actually coming to the battery. And let's have a look. And here we are at Manning Park. Quite the windy road we were on, the Hope Princeton. It's something I've been driven through as a kid, but driving it myself is a different ball game altogether. So the usage that we had up to Hope Slide was about 17 kilowatt per hour, and now at this point I'm over 22, I think. So that Hope Princeton really boosted up the usage needed. So we're just gonna look here. We are 31 degrees in the battery, taking in a full 44 in here it says, kilowatts. And I have used a better route planner, but we changed the stop we wanted to make, and so I ended up messing around with the better route planner to the point where I couldn't get it back to the original route planning. But I'm supposed to be at about 20% right now, and I started at 41%, so I'm gonna have to do some fixing to the range that a better route planner has for my car. But we're gonna be spending quite some time here. We got to get up to 72%, says a better route planner, but I'll just stop at 70, and then will be good to head all the way back to Osoyoos. So we still got Cottonwood out here, but here's where we are at. Charging complete. We have 80%, now 79, and that battery, 34 degrees. So it definitely has heated up, but not too much. So we had some lunch right at that dark green patio table. And now we are on our way. No more stops. We are good to go all the way to Osoyoos now. Alright, we made it. It's 10 o'clock at night, but we didn't make it that late. We got here about 7:30 at night. We took our time, stopped at wherever we wanted. The Spotted Lake, the famous Spotted Lake in just outside of Osoyoos, isn't yet spotted. It's still in that area. There's still some flooded fields from all the rainfall that's happened in the last couple of weeks, and to the point of power lines underwater, and I'm sure that happens all winter, but I'm hoping that we can see the Spotted Lake by the time we leave on Tuesday night. So our hotel, the Best Western Sunrise Inn, has a couple of Sun Country level 2 chargers and then a Tesla charger. So that was one of the reasons we picked the hotel. And yeah, so I'm plugged in, and I did slow down the charging a bunch so that it's not done at 5 a.m. Or 3 a.m. Because I arrived here at about 40%, a lot more than I thought. Doesn't really need a full night overnight charging, so what I did here, nope, that didn't do anything. Let's see if I can turn you around. Alright, so we are charging at 3.6 kilowatts. So that is me manually reducing the speed of the charge. So under charge management, there is charging current, and I have that changed from maximum, which is just what it's usually set at, and that was giving me 6 kilowatts, and I brought it down to minimum, which is now just over half of that. And so instead of taking almost 5 hours to charge, it's going to take 10. And there's 2 stations here plus a Tesla. There is nobody beside me, and there wasn't when we got here at 7:30, or when we went to dinner at a really great place here, Diamond Steakhouse, and it's also Greek and Italian. It's a bunch of things, but it was really good. Everything was quite pricey, but the pizza was very reasonably priced, so we split a pizza, and it was amazing. So anyway, so yeah, sitting here charging all night, slowing it down on purpose. It's really just so I don't look like a EV hole, as they call it, by sitting here while I'm fully charged for 4 hours before I actually get up in the morning. Now this OBD2 little machine here hasn't liked since it got replugged in before the trip. It often needs a reset, but beforehand it was no issue whatsoever. I never needed to reset it, but I've had to reset it a couple of times in the last couple of days. But the temperature of the battery is still 31, and the highest I've seen it previous to today was 24 degrees, so still quite warm. So the slower charge on the battery is probably not a bad thing. If only I didn't have a lot of driving to do tomorrow, I would just leave it where it is and just let it rest overnight and cool down. But We are going about, I'd say about 250 kilometers tomorrow. First going to Okanagan Falls, on the way to see an old coworker at Twin Lakes. And we'll be doing some canoeing, fishing, all that kind of fun stuff, well, safely socially distanced. We've got sanitizer, we're all prepared. Then we're going out to a fancy dinner at Row 14 in Coston. So it's a fair bit of driving. It'll be a fun day tomorrow. Anyways, off to bed. Cidery tasting bar open. As it turns out, the next day there was no recording, no figures, no numbers, no economy. It was just relaxing and enjoying myself like I really needed. And I don't regret it one bit. So stay tuned for the next video on some other things I did in Osoyoos and then the ride home.